Okay, so my down story of understanding when it comes to having your credit cards over 30%, there was a time where I have multiple credit cards, and I this was an accident. Actually,
Mhm.
it was an accident that I don't know if I'm still trying to figure out if I did it on purpose or if it was an accident. But basically, what I did was I purchased something with a credit card. I thought I was using my business credit card, when in actuality I was using one of my personal credit cards. So I ended up paying my business credit card off. Um, and then I paid the minimum on my personal credit card. But my
Right.
personal credit card was way lesser than what my business credit card is. So the thing I purchased, what did I buy? I bought something, maybe my laptop and some headphones, and I bought like probably $400 or $500 worth of stuff, and I
Mhm.
put it on my personal card. Well, my personal card, the one that I used that I thought was my credit card, that limit I think was only like $800, I think, maybe $700, seven,
Mhm.
$800. So I thought I had put it on my business credit card, which is like 5,000. So when I looked at my statement, or actually no, what ended up happening was, so I paid everything off. I paid the minimum on my personal. I
Right.
paid my full business off, right? So literally like a week and a half later, I get an alert from Equifax, and it says your score has dramatically dropped, it decreased, and I'm like, wait, what,
Right.
what? So I immediately go in there, and I'm like, my score literally dropped like 90 points. No lie, it dropped like
Wow.
90 points. Because the credit card it was like 80, 85, probably like 93% overused because I only paid the minimum only. Um, so I'm looking at it, I'm like, what in the world? What happened? So I'm going through everything like, no, this is a mix up. And I'm looking at all my receipts, trying to figure out what did I do wrong. And then I finally um, what ended up happening was I get an alert that was saying it told me my credit card from experience. So again, this is what I mean by it's not just your score. You want to know your report. So when I looked at the report and I saw that it reported one of my credit cards was over, I thought I was immediately going to call my credit card and say, "How dare y'all tell them I spent all this money when I didn't spend this money there?" So I went and got the receipt, and I found out I used the wrong credit card during this transaction, and it completely like knocked my score down like 80 points and 82 points. And I was like, wow, this is I talk about this all the time, and I did it. I literally did it myself to where I destroyed my credit like 80 points. So, but the flip side is I knew exactly what to do, how to get it back up. I
Right.
just had to pay it off, um, and then make sure that everything else was paid down pretty low to where when it reported, everything would go back up. It would take, a month, maybe 2 months, just to fix that. But again, understand though, I did not miss a payment. I paid the minimum on my other card, so I still paid it, but it was way over the percentage. So again, I make mistakes, and I
We all
wanted to
do.
make sure
Yeah.
I shared this story because I don't want people to think that I'm perfect and everything's been a clean slate. No, listen, I've made mistakes, and that was one of the biggest ones that I made where I was like, okay, now when I really tell this story and I really tell people, now I can say, no, listen, okay, you go over this percentage, even if it's an accident,
Right.
it'll slap you to sleep for about 80 points. So it's definitely very important to make sure that you understand what cards you're using and you keep those cards under 30% because it can hurt you. It can definitely hurt you if you're not careful, and keep those cards under 30% when you're building your score.
Nice.
And understand you can fix it. As long as you didn't miss it, as long as you didn't miss a payment, you can still fix it. So at least if nothing else, pay the minimum balance.
There you go. And I guess why you said you miss it. I mean, not to make this a little longer than I thought. Which is, it will sit on there for what, 7 to 10 years if you miss a payment?
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted
7 years.
7 years? Jeez. All right. Well, at least we make sure we capture that information.
Right. Yeah. So that's why I said at least the minimum balance, if nothing else. I didn't miss no payment. I paid the minimum and didn't even look at it. I didn't even look at it, and that's not of my character. I always look at all my stuff, but at this one particular time, I was just like, yeah, I already know what I did, so let me just do this, and then went on by my business. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't max it out. If I would have maxed it out, it probably would have been something different.
You only gave me $15.
Right.